Hi, Larry Kruger with another session of Ask the Expert. Today, get ready for a rant because I'm going to be talking about the blind bidding bullshit that's happening in the real estate industry in Canada, maybe around the world. Let me tell you why this is a real burr in my saddle, as they say. 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, my neighbors were listing their home and talking over the fence with one of the fellows there, and he said we're lowballing it so we can get bids going, and we can get the. I said, oh, that's a novel idea. I said, yeah. He said, the real estate agent told us that that's what we should do, is to put the price in low so that people start, draws their interest and they start bidding on it and the price goes way up. Now, at the time, we didn't have a real estate / toilet paper issue. You know, we weren't hoarding or afraid that we weren't going to get a house or a roll of toilet paper. And they sold it for a little bit over what their, kind of market value, what the other homes were selling for. Full circle up to this point, I have a son who's in the market, worked his way through university, has a good job, managed to scrimp and save for a down payment. And they're going into these situations now, and basically every single listing that they're looking at is the bid price. So it's an absolute 100% bait and switch bullshit. And I've been talking to them and I'm saying, this is not right. This is not right. So what happens is they go and look at the house. There's no showings. They basically, the realtor reads off the cheat sheet, what is in the house. They have till Thursday to put a bid in. And when they come back and say, okay, we're going to go about, 20,000 over, you're not going to get it. You have to go 70 or 80 to get into the market. Absolute 100% bullshit, with no conditions, no home inspection, no nothing. 100 years ago, I used to go into the banks and there were tellers there, and they used to say, go to the ATM machine and use that, sir. And I'd always jokingly say, you're working your way out of a job. Well, the real estate industry, unbeknownst to them, is working their way out of a job. Let me explain. Why in God's good name, if I'm listing my house, would I use a real estate agent? I would put it on Kijiji, or I'd do some sort of an advertising. I'd say bids are in on Thursday, no negotiations, no conditions, give me your price, and if I don't like it, I won't take it. Why is there any value in having someone get prices for me to reject or accept? They were negotiators at one time. They showed properties at one time. And in today's hot environment, it's embarrassing. This is coming from a mover, an industry that is known to lowball business and, this bait and switch stuff. It is rampant in our industry. In the real estate industry, you should be ashamed of yourselves for letting this type of an environment. Great for the first time, great for the person who's established and looking to downsize, but even in today's market, you're exchanging dollars because the prices have inflated so much that you can't get into a house. You're just exchanging dollars. For a first-time buyer, without daddy buying it for them, you're blocking out an entire section that will grow into an industry. You know how that works. First-time buyer, second-time buyer, third-time buyer. You got to stand back and give your head a shake. Hug yourself a mover. That's my rant. I'm obviously not as sophisticated as some of these realtors and speculators, but in my opinion, it's absolute bullshit. Have a great day. Hug 'em over. Adios.